I see you like stories. I know this one. It's a good story indeed. But let me tell you a tale that you would have to see to believe. I promise it'll be worth your while. There once was a quiet librarian, much like any librarian you'd care to encounter. Years she spent surrounded by her favourite written words, caring for each and every one of her precious tomes. She knew them all, inside and out, backwards and forwards, every single one. Or so she thought. While securing some volumes of her most beloved histories, one of the tomes fell free from its spot amongst the chronicles and laid its pages bare upon the floor. Hurriedly she bent to retrieve the wayward book and return it to its safety on the shelves. But as her eyes scanned the pages, she was shocked to discover that she had no recollection of the passages within. The tale woven with words upon the pages enthralled the librarian, and she quickly allowed herself to become entangled in the wonderland they described. As she read, one name was repeated over and over again, the name of the proud and divine king of kings, Ozymandias. The tome described a vast kingdom, stretching as far as any man would dare travel, a kingdom flowing with riches and wine, where no one was left wanting and every man prospered. Vivid imagery of towering cities, majestic palaces and gardens bursting with flora and fauna filled her mind and her heart. By the time the librarian concluded her reading, she was a changed woman. In her heart of hearts, she knew this to be no mere fairy tale. She yearned to be a part of that land, oh so far away as it must be, as she heard naught of it before this moment. She pursued more text, book upon book, searching for more clues about this mysterious king. It became her obsession. It was all she thought about when she would wake. She could not even escape it in her dreams. Then again, she did not want to. The libraries in her city were running dry, but she still had no clues as to where she must travel in order to reach Ozymandias. Her obsession took over her. It became who she was, and all she thought of. A whisper led her to a man who promised her that she would sort through trade of her last of her belongings. Without hesitation, she parted with her final possession of value and took her prize. Her hands trembled as she held the thing she had been searching for what seemed like a lifetime. With the urge to delve into the unknown burning within her soul, she set off to discover mysteries of the mighty Ozymandias. Many moons passed, and the travelling librarian continued her journey of discovery. Her legs ached and her throat burned. If the scrap she had traded her last meaningful possession for held true, then just over the crest of the next hill, she would behold the wonders of Ozymandias' kingdom. Yet, when her gaze fell upon the scene before her, only a lake surrounded by dense forest stood tall to greet her. Instantly aggrieved, the librarian sank to her knees in despair. The countless trees only watched as the travelling librarian's hopes seemed to fade and the world became less bright around her. But her will would not be shattered so easily. Not after traversing so many leagues to get to this point, delving deep into the forest in the hopes that her scrap was merely an outdated piece and not a falsehood. Deeper and deeper she went, gasping for breath as the ground rose to test her strength, until at last she broke out into a glade among the trees. and there she saw it.
I am Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon my work, ye mighty, and be spared.
These simple words that now brought unto her nothing, and yet everything. These words that she had given up her life among tomes and chronicles to pursue. These words that had changed her life, yet she had not known whether it be good or ill. For you see, you lover of stories, it was not the destination that drove the librarian to traverse those vast distances. It was the journey. Sometimes the value of the journey far outweighs that of the prize sought at its end. For by the time she had reached those fateful words carved in that ancient stone, the librarian was no longer the librarian. She had become the traveller.